workouts different after when
No,
he
I'm,
you
but this was when he was training for Wolver and he was in that gym with that trainer. And it was like, oh my God, like he was. And then sometimes Nicole Kidman came to the gym, not as, listen, Hugh Jackman, extremely friendly, like lovely. Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman sometimes would run on the treadmill next to me. And man, first of all, that woman runs. I mean, here I am being like, and she was running. I'm like, Jesus, how? I mean, what type of shape are you in? Like you're running like
Yeah.
10 times as fast as me. But she wasn't really feeling the vibe of me running next to her in the morning. Nah, she wasn't really having me.
Didn't talk to anybody. Yeah.
She
She was
wasn't
hot and cold.
really. Yeah, she
Yeah.
was a little cold. Yeah, I'm like, again, there's 20 people that live in this building. I'm not like in this gym because I just strolled in off the street. I'm a resident just like
Right.
you, sweetheart. But anyway, there's my story. Yeah, I trolled the super like a desperate stalker, fame whore, and said like every time I saw him, like I don't understand. We should all be invited. If I had a party, I would invite Nicole and Keith and Keith. Shouldn't he do
what
this for the neighbors?
what party did
Wait, were Nicole and Keith at the party?
They were not. Nope.
Oh, they didn't make the list. Hmm.
Well, they were invited. I think they were either in like Tennessee because they lived there at the time too, or like
Yeah.
Australia. But the Trumps were there and Barbara Walters, and I'm trying to think who else. Oh, Famke Janssen was there.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just trying to think who else really stood out to me. And Naomi and Liv Schreiber and some others. But those are the ones that stood out to me. I mean, I'm like Barbara fucking Walters is here. Holy shit. No, it was
Wow.
it was it was it was an interesting party. Ah, we all have our stories, you know? Yeah.
aren't those beautiful memories though,
Yeah.
They are. Look, a great apartment, wonderful. We all have, it's like, yeah, we have good memories, right?
Yep.
Yeah, except the fact that you got invited to a party and Hugh Jackman wanted to sleep with my husband. A little bit different, but
Well.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take,
Yeah.
believe it or
You,
not,
you never,
Hugh,
you never slept with him.
look, I wouldn't,
Or did you?
no, I wouldn't say no to sleeping with Hugh Jackman. Believe it or not, I would choose Keith Urban over Hugh Jackman. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, God, if you had options between the two, but if only one was available at the moment, would you have turned that down? What a bitch.
Yes, let me rephrase that. Yes, if he reached his hand out for me to come into the limo and it was just him, yes, I would say yes. So I somehow, I don't know
You'd be like,
how I made your
you'd be
story
like,
about me. Shame on
you'd be
me.
like, Paul? Who? Paul? Who? Wait, what husband?
Yeah. Don't you get a hall pass? Isn't that how it works?
Exactly.
Oh, he's got a hall pass.
Don't you get one hall pass?
Yes, and it's an exit ticket. You don't come back from it.
So that would have been the end of it. One night with Hugh
The hell?
Jackman.
I mean, why come? I would
Oh my God.
hate for you to have to, whatever this is in your brain that could happen, come back to just this the next day. I would hate for that to happen for you. And if you could sustain that, all more power to you. Go, my friend. Go.
Well,
Go.
people have said for years that Hugh Jackman, likes the boys. So I guess this is, I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, again, it's not like I know. I don't see him going both ways. I just don't see it. I get it, Broadway, but if he wanted to sleep with you, I guess that's proof because you are a guy.
Let me tell you, it wasn't to sleep with you even. It was in a huge crowd.
Yeah, it's pretty big
When you
crowd.
single somebody out and you look at your security detail and you tell them, that's the one I want for tonight. That's the piece of meat I'm taking home.
Excuse me.
And then
Piece of meat.
suddenly the crowd is being opened, like the sea parted, and then he's walking in, and that guy's reaching out in the crowd, ignoring it's like as if time stood still and there was no one else around. And I'm
But
telling you,
I
there's
have to
over
say,
500 people.
he's so. Did you not see the magnetism though in person when you saw him? He is very magnetic.
This is gonna sound, I get it, just not really. First of all, he's too big for me. I would Say yes. Let me be very clear.
David, how do you say that in any context?
Okay, but he's also like too nice. He's too nice. He's just not my vibe. He's too nice. I would rather have Dylan Efron with a little tats, running like spearing fish in the ocean, cutting his foot on the ground, walking on an Appalachian, climbing a mountain. He's like a little more rough and tumble. This Dylan
That was David's fantasy last night.
and he has a bunch of tattoos. Hugh is just like a clean cut, good old bossy.
That's
I
funny.
mean, he
If you
Yeah.
saw him the way he showed himself and that I saw him, you would not
Yes.
be saying that,
Yes.
David, because you were gonna look at that and you were gonna
Exactly.
go, "Oh my fucking God."
Yes.
He has no shame and so much game
yeah, I
because
like that.
fucking same.
Yes.
It was
But it's a,
insane.
it's a memory.
It's a memory, it's a story.
Chapter for the book.
Another chapter for the book. And can you imagine, like, this is what it is to be a rock star, to be A-list? You just go on that stage, you perform, you look out into the crowd, the show ends, and someone comes up to you and says, "Excuse me,
Yep.
would you like to go backstage and meet whoever?" And we all know what that means.
No,
Yeah.
they never asked him to meet him.
No.
It wasn't even like
It
that.
just happened.
It just like when they locked David, when he locked eyes with my husband,
Oh,
He must
I-
like blondes.
I'll never
Oh my
live
God.
this
oh
down.
my God.
Never.
I can't wait to see him again and say, I want to serve him on a silver platter to you. And then I
Yeah.
want to keep him now.
Oh, thanks. Oh my God.
Maybe now, right? Like, anything else you guys want to discuss before we go? Anything keeping you up at night?
Everybody should be watching Gown and Out in Beverly Hills. Season 5 is going to be coming out soon. It's being edited now. There's about 10 episodes on Amazon Prime.
It's good. This next season we shot a couple episodes in Dubai. So that's
I
gonna
like
be really
that.
good. Yeah.
And then
I like that.
with Paul and Patrik, the #1 fashion podcast. Which
Listen
is
to
really-
Teresa.
Yes,
Listen to
Teresa's episode's
Teresa.
dropping Wednesday night or
There's
Tuesday night.
Sarah
Yeah.
Colonna, Jade is on our podcast.
Yes.
There's
Adrian Malouf.
Adrian
Yeah.
Malouf. I do
Yeah.
the coffee ground reading.
Sheena Shea.
Yeah. Oh, you know
Sheena
he's doing this week
Shea.
too. This week we've got Janice Dickinson coming in for our show.
I've had her on this show multiple
She
times. It's a
is
great time.
Hysterical.
You know,
It's
she
fun.
did my fashion show
Yeah.
a few years back when I did it for the when I did the red dresses, the Susan G. Komen
Susan B.
Mhm.
Cancer Foundation.
Cancer Foundation.
Yeah.
So she was one of my models that she walked in the on the catwalk.
Yeah.
Janice was like, there are certain moments in this podcast history. I'll admit Tamara was one of them. Tamara was one of my but Janice was one of my I was just such a Janice fan. Now I'm still am, but like the first time I interviewed her, I was like, this is amazing. I watched the Janice Dickinson modeling agency. I love Janice. What is there?
Yeah.
She's a fun interview and she sings now. Coin It. It's such a good song.
I know. I think it's great.
She's fun.
Yeah, we're on her podcast too. She's got a new podcast called "Who the Fuck Gave Janice Dickinson a Podcast," and I think it's coming like next month or something. We're on it.
I think they're
fun.
doing
I love that.
doing episodes to be able to fill in. She's
Yeah.
doing it with a friend.
Yeah,
But-
but he's going to do her copy reading on Wednesday, so that'll be really.
Let me
I
tell you,
love
Dave,
it.
there's a long list of people that just DM Patrik all day, going, when can I get in?
Yeah. We have
I
a
just
couple.
did-
We do have actually a couple people. I won't say their names yet, but they are from this season of The Traders that he's going to be doing copy reads on, and they're coming on our show. So that's going to be kind of cool.
I actually did Christina on the Coast, HGTV.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
I did her podcast. I mean, she's going to be on our
He
podcast.
did her copy read.
But I did her coffee read.
Yeah, it's really good.
Just last week.
Yeah, it's really good.
And it was intense.
Yeah.
The next time I come back, I'm ready for a coffee read.
I know. When are you coming
When
back
I'm
to
on
LA?
your- March.
Okay. And I think we're coming to New York, I believe I think it's May. we're
need
coming
to
out
do a
with coffee
tour
reading
there.
party. I'll let you know when.
Okay.
Coffee reading
I'll
party.
like bring people and round them up if you guys come to New York.
Yeah, I will. I'll let
I've
you. I'll
I've
definitely
actually got a live coffee read right here, right now.
And I might be there's some listener of mine who said that he got a coffee or is getting a coffee.
Is
read
that
with
you?
guys.
Come say hello.
I think it's one of your listeners.
Come
Is
say
it?
hello.
It's Jeff.
We love
Yeah.
our listeners. Is this
Is
our
it-
listener? Hello.
Yeah. Come say hello. A proper
say
hello.
hello.
How are you?
Husband's Instagram, Luis.
Oh.
That's what it is. Yes.
You
Yes.
recommended Pandora from
The psychic source.
Oh,
She
wow.
she was good, right? See?
Oh, cool. Yeah. I love it.
I
David,
love it.
let me tell your listeners again, or remind them where they can get a coffee read. Polateu.com. POLATTEU.com.
You guys are the best. I need one. Come to New York in March. We're
I know.
doing a dinner. I love you. But oh, and we'll text because we have to do another one of these this month because this is really for
Yes.
last month. So
Yep. Give me
we
the
gotta
date.
stay on schedule.
We're there.
Okay.
Yep,
I'll do
we'll do
that
it.
in like an hour. You guys are the best. Love you
All
both.
right. Love you. Bye.
Enjoy the coffee read. Bye.
Of all the ropers.
I'm gonna think of a name for you guys.
Think of a name for us. We got to think of a name.
Not chumps, but we need to think of a name for
No,
you guys.
they undress. We call our undressed listeners undressed bitches, and gowning out we call them gowning outers.
Well, the
So-
ropers are listening to this, but we need a name for you and the other regulars that come on that are the equivalent of the chumps. I'm
Oh,
gonna
I don't
think of-
know. Why don't we let them kind of DM us and let us know?
Yeah, let
What
them.
about okay? Because I have an idea.